Hi, and congratulations on the new album.
Thank you.
How has been the tour so far? With the major changes in the lineup, are there any other changes in the touring scheme?
Well, we've only done 3 shows, so it's difficult to really assess it. With any new lineup, it always takes a couple of weeks before it really comes together. So we're still in the kind of wobbly stage of how it's going.
It seems that this is your most popular album, yet it has some of the most controversial tracks. Has Xiu Xiu become more political?
Well, I mean, we've been political since we began. This record, certainly more than the last one, has more political songs on it, but we've had political songs on every record that we have done.
Xiu Xiu has always been personal to you, and you even mentioned that the last lineup had many struggles. Now that there are members who are writing lyrics and music for the new album, how do you feel about it? Don't you feel like an intrusion, or you're happy with?
No, I mean, I've always been open to collaboration. There's always been a tremendous amount of collaboration on every record that we've done. I mean, it is a little bit weird for me to have people working on a record who now I have a lot of problems with on a personal basis. But it doesn't, I mean, the songs are in the world. They're not really ours anymore anyway. I mean, they belong to whoever listens to them and are to be interpreted by whoever listens to them, however they choose to do it. I mean, they have a meaning for me, but that's just me. I mean, I don't need to foist my experience or agenda on however anybody else chooses to listen to them. But it is, it is a little unusual for me, but it's not really my business at this point anymore.
And it's always an intentional step back from the more Nintendo sounding of the last albums. Some critics are even saying that this is a step towards, like, a step similar to that, to the steps of Swanson and Current 93.
Sure, I mean, Swans are one of my favorite bands and have been, my entire adult life, so I will only take it as a compliment.
But is it an intentional step back from the Nintendo sound?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the last record we probably I think 8 of the 11 or 12 songs in there I did on the Game Boy, which is a very distinct sound. So we purposely didn't do it on this record because it's such a distinct sound.
And with 10 years of existence, with always being a step forwards, is this a new chapter for Xiu Xiu?
I hope so. I mean, we certainly would intend for it to be. But again, it's kind of it's out of my control as to how it actually occurs. I mean, to me it feels new as opposed to me right now. This is very corny. To me, it feels more like something new is starting. A new lineup, and 10 years are in the past. It doesn't feel like we're at the end of 10 years. It feels sort of like we're at the beginning of another decade. New labels, and I've been thinking a lot about music generally in very ridiculous philosophical terms, and I'm thinking about it differently than I had before. So I suppose it does feel like the beginning of a new chapter.
Well, on the topic, we will rarely see a digital release that is not digital.
That is not?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why we would. I mean, it seems. Unfortunately, it seems pointless not to. Well, actually, no. I did do one release that wasn't digital. I did a series of experimental music on a subscription that was only available on CD and never released digitally. So, I mean, as has been predicted for the last 70 years, computers have basically destroyed human society. We're just at the very beginning of experiencing that now. So, it's beginning with just destroying music, and soon it will destroy everything else.
With songs about horse fetishes and abortion, is the Sandown Girl, influence for the album, for always?
Is there an influence from that movie?
From the Sandown Girl.
From the movie The Sandown Girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there always has been. and since we, that's the name of the band comes from that
Yeah.
movie, and the sentiments from that movie have, I think, been a thread in the band since we began. I've been meaning to watch it again, just to sort of, I only watched it when the band started, and I haven't watched it in 10 years, so it's some sort of ridiculous ceremony to mark the decade, to formally sit down and watch this movie. I haven't done it yet, but I probably should this summer. I'll probably get really drunk and do it.
Okay, are you still dreaming of murder and torture?
Oh.
You said in your blog that you've been dreaming.
After that, I had one more murderous dream. But I've had recurring dreams since I was a kid. This is a new recurring dream. The one that I've had the same themed recurring dream for, God, probably 25 years, where like the CIA or the KGB or some massive governmental organization is chasing after me. But I have some supernatural power, like I can jump really high or something to escape them. I've had this dream I've had this dream a million times. So I think potentially that having murdered somebody recurring dream is, I don't know if it's a development of that one or if it's just another recurring dream. It's annoying and it's scary. It's always a great relief to wake up and realize that I haven't murdered anyone.
And
although there are several people who I would like to murder, probably.
We have also several reader questions from our readers. The one is a continuation of the previous question. Are you a Twin Peaks fan?
Oh yeah, clearly. My David Lynch is, as he is for many people, one of my very favorite directors. I think Twin Peaks is wonderful. I actually just, I think about 6 months ago, just rewatched the series, I think, for the third time. And it holds up with repeated viewings. It's a masterpiece. Season 2.
Yeah. And also, what is music the only thing you do to cope with the everyday struggles?
Oh, well, it's the main thing. It's certainly the thing that I depend on the most. I talk to my mom too. But yeah, as far as something that I, it's the most regular thing that I put my little head on when it's having a bad day.
One last question. Xiu Xiu has always been political and personal as well, and it has been independent from the big three music labels, and also with protests against SOPA and ACT around the world. What do you feel about people sharing your music and piracy in general?
What's the last bit of that? Piracy in general?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's stealing. A lot of people justify it or try to rationalize it, but, pirating music is stealing. It's not something that I personally have ever done, nor would I ever do it. I think it's really, it's unfortunate that, I think it's as unfortunate for bands as it is for listeners, because then music, which can be an incredibly deep and fundamental part of somebody's experience, becomes garbage. It's something that's free that you don't have to really pay attention or listen to. I mean, if you've got something for free, you can listen to it for 30 seconds and without really exploring it and go, fuck it, I don't need to care about this anymore, I got it for free. So I think it has really diminished the listening experience for the last couple of generations of people who think it's normal to do it. It's unfortunate for everybody.
Okay, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.